morning, everybody. Goodness, this nickel is heavy. How are ya? Day number 3. Rollin with Bolen. Takes to the north. You know what's behind me? You don't? It's the big nickel, meaning we are in Sudbury. Great to be joined from Sudbury Tourism. Come on in here, Lara Fielding. How are you?
I'm well, welcome.
Yeah, well, listen, I've never been here before, so very excited to be here and to see the big nickel.
It's a great spot to start.
This is where a lot of people do start.
Yes.
Okay, and get that iconic picture as they're making their way through, or staying here because there's tons to do.
That's correct.
There's one thing, when I was driving through town, there's so many lakes.
Yes, we are surrounded by 330 lakes.
Really, eh? Okay,
Yep.
and we're going to be doing some of those experiences
Correct.
throughout the day today. Sudbury is known for mining.
Correct.
How long have they been mining for?
Since the late 1800s.
Okay, nickel is the main source that they're mining for?
Yep, correct.
And they continue to do that?
They are doing it right now. There are over 8 active mines in this area.
Okay. So when you come and get your picture with the big nickel, something that you might not know is what's next door.
Yes, this is the Science Center Dynamic Earth. That is the 8th largest in Canada.
Okay, so what's going on in Dynamic Earth?
In Dynamic Earth, you get to take the underground experience and experience being a miner through the evolution of mining.
So you're going down 7 stories?
Yes, you go into the wet, the dry, just like a miner, and then you go down a shaft, and then you start into the mining the tunnels,
right.
And you learn all about mining.
Well, even like the evolution of mining has probably changed and modernized, and they're not doing it the same way that they did in the 1800s.
No, they are not, and Dynamic Earth will tell you all about it as they are transitioning to go into the modernization of mining.
Okay, what about for kids? Like,
there is lots of interactive
stuff to do in there. Oh,
and then you can come outside to the science park.
Oh, okay, and is this fairly new for you guys?
Yep. It's about 3 years old.
Okay. So, this is the 8th largest science center in Canada.
Yes.
You're also home to the second largest science center in Canada. I'm learning.
And you'll get to experience that today.
That is Science North, and we will explore that when we come back to the fine town of Sudbury. Good morning. Welcome back to Sudbury, which is the hub of the North. And after exploring Dynamic Earth, which is one of the science centers in town, we're now at the 2nd largest science center in all of Canada. This is Science North. Happy to be joined by Megan Mitchell in her fancy blue coat.
Thank you very much.
Because that's what you were called, a blue coat.
Yes, absolutely. So a blue coat, a capital B, and we get these blue coats when we become employees here at Science North.
Okay, with all your fancy little badges there too?
Yeah, these we have to earn. So we have to earn them by doing training or just showing off the amazing knowledge that we have.
This is kind of the entrance, right?
Yeah.
And Sudbury is built on rock.
It is. A lot of rock in Sudbury, yes.
So this had to be blasted out?
Yes, yeah. So the tunnel was built as like an entrance into another world, into the Science Center.
Why is Science North so cool?
Science North is so cool because we get to share our passion, and we're very, very passionate about science and inspiring people to love the science in their everyday life.
Young and old.
Young and old, all audiences are welcome.
Can we meet some new friends?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. Our first friend is being a little bit shy. Who is this, Megan?
This is Maple. She is a North American porcupine.
I didn't know porcupines climb trees.
They spend most of their lives in trees, actually. Yeah, they're fantastic climbers. She's got long claws, she's got spikes to help her climb.
How long would she stay up there for?
All day, really.
Really?
Yeah, she does come down and we take her outside for walks, though. So she goes
With
outside.
a leash?
No, she just walks and she knows where home is, so she just comes right back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there is...
This is Miki Nak.
Hello, Miki Nak.
Oh, big yawn.
She knows the camera's on her. Okay,
Yeah.
Miki Nak. How old is Miki Nak?
So Miki Nak is about somewhere between 25 and 40 years. And she is a pretty much full-grown snapping turtle. And yeah, we got her because she's blind.
Oh, she is blind.
Yes.
Okay. How can you tell she's a snapping turtle?
So you can tell a snapping turtle by the shape and size of their head. They have long necks, but it's really this amazing tail. So I'll let her just sort of go this way and take a look at her tail. So her tail is like this long, long tail with these spikes on it, very dinosaur-like.
Okay. How big is she? She's huge.
She weighs
Can I touch?
about 12 kilos.
Oh my goodness. And is there any predators for her?
Not really at this size. Baby turtles, though, are often predators in their egg form and as hatchlings, so they definitely do get a lot of predators.
Could she hide in her shell?
She can't, actually. No. So you can see if I flip her up, she doesn't have much of a plastron, so she can't actually hide inside of her shell.
There's your mic there too. Hold that up. She can't hide inside her shell.
No.
Okay. What about when people come across turtles? Because this is a very busy time of the year for that.
Yeah. So to help turtles cross the road, generally, if it's a smaller turtle like a painted turtle, you can just pick them up the way that I'm picking her up. Right. But I would never pick up a wild snapping turtle like this. Mickey is very, very used to us. So I would just sort of, if you kind of lift the back of the shell, the turtle will start walking away. You can also use your feet to sort of guide them like this.
To guide them off the road.
To guide them across the road, yeah. And you always want to take a turtle in the direction that it was going, because it's going to lay their eggs.
That's where it's on it, like where Mickey is going right now. Maybe she's heading to Space Place, because that's where we're taking a break. We'll be back here at Science North, and we're exploring the North and Rollin with Bolen on Morning Live. We are having the bestest time in Sudbury, really, because they gave me these cool pairs of socks. It wasn't like a nice pair of socks. Welcome back to Science North. Back with my blue coat friend, Megan. Megan, what am I lying on here?
You are lying on the bed of nails.
What?
A bed of nails, yes.
So you tell me press this button.
Yep.
Okay, and will this hurt? Whoa.
It shouldn't hurt.
Why doesn't it hurt?
Because your weight is being evenly distributed across the nails, so there's not one that's poking you more than the other.
Well, actually, the hotel bed last night was pretty comfortable. This is actually pretty comfortable too.
It's not bad. It's like a mild massage.
Okay, so let that
go.
go,
and it'll go back down. There you go.
Amazing. Okay, we're on the top floor here at Science North. What's all up here?
So this is the area of the Science Center where we have our space place, body zone, where we do all kinds of cool human science, and then a lot of tinkering and a lot of prototyping and a lot of tech stuff too.
Yeah, even like there's this big lab behind us here. So you do some dissections and cool things like that?
Yeah, so we do heart dissections, brain dissections. We also talk a lot about concussions in this space as well.
How cool is it to have people back in the space? Because I know you probably did a lot of virtual stuff the past couple of years.
Yeah, it's been amazing having our visitors back and really getting to share our passion with them.
Who's this?
This is a fin whale. And this fin whale has been hanging here since we opened in 1984. And it's the second largest species of whale in the world.
Behind a blue whale.
Behind a blue whale.
So how much bigger would a blue whale be?
The blue whale would be about 10 meters longer than this one.
10 meters longer. Okay. So when somebody comes here, like how long would they normally spend at Science North?
You can spend all day, or you can spend a couple of hours, depending on what your interests are.
Okay. What else is cool that I should do, you think?
I think you definitely need to try out the gyroscope.
The gyroscope?
Yes.
Is it Carrie?
Hi.
Hey, Carrie. Okay, what's the gyroscope,
So
Megan?
the gyroscope is how we train, or not we, but how they train astronauts to get used to being in space.
Oh, really? So it will give me that feeling?
Should give you that feeling, yeah.
Okay, so I'm about the right size. So this is all for all different, anybody? Young and old?
There is a weight and a height, sort of max and min. But basically, you're gonna move your body in a few minutes and you're gonna power this thing. And so the ring around you sort of makes your center of gravity right in the middle, so that you can do all kinds of flips and tricks.
You're really locking me in there, Carrie.
Two big steps for me. Perfect. So just a couple of rules you need to remember. You can only touch the blue bars.
Only the blue bars?
Any of the gray ones, you will be losing all your fingers.
Not ideal.
The bars above you, they're going to help you go. You're just going to swing yourself forwards and backwards like a swing set.
Okay.
If you do want to stop, you're going to hold on to these ring bars like this, and just let me know. I can stop you anytime.
Okay. Ready to go? All right.
3, 2.
Wow! Okay. Okay. Good morning. This is a perfect way to end our experience in Sudbury. So this is the furthest south we've been in our week tour of the north, and it's been a great morning exploring the 8th largest science center in Canada, the 2nd largest science center in Canada, and now spending some time on the lake. Because that's something that I didn't really know, and I think a lot of people didn't know about Sudbury, of all the lakes there are, 330 of them. And Rebecca, this one is called?
Crowley Lake.
Crowley Lake. Happy to be joined by Rebecca from KIVI Park. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So this is a summer gig for you?
Yes, every summer.
Did you spend much time in the lakes growing up as a kid?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of the only thing to do in Sudbury. Not the only thing, as I'm sure you know, but
Yeah.
it's one of the nicest things to do
Well,
in
just
Sudbury.
because, listen, I don't know, in Canada we all experience those cold winters. So then when you have some time to get outside and explore the beauty that you guys have, is a perfect time to do it, and doing it in a kayak.
Definitely.
So is this something that you guys can rent? That we can rent?
Definitely. So at Crowley Lake, we do kayak, canoe, and stand-up paddleboard rentals. We're open basically all summer and well into October as well.
Crowley Lake, so how big is this lake?
It's not huge. I say the shoreline is probably about 6 kilometers, but definitely big enough to like have some time to explore.
Yeah, and like the water at this point,
Oh yeah,
freezing cold. You know what I mean? Quite comfortable.
it's quite warm, especially for this time of the year.
Are there cottages on the lake? Like, is this?
No, it's actually, this is the only access point on the entire lake. The rest is crown land, so you're free to camp if you want to.
And then there's trails, because we explored some trails over at KIVI Park.
Yeah, so we have the trail system at KIVI, and we also have the trail system here. We have a 4-kilometer trail and a 2-kilometer trail. The 4 goes up to a little lookout point on the lake over there. And we're actually looking at getting a trail that goes all the way around the lake, and that plan's just kind of in the works, but hopefully in the next couple of years we'll get that running.
So were you born and raised in Sudbury?
Yes, born and raised Sudburian.
Sudburian?
Sudburian, yes.
Sudburian. Amazing, man. And has things changed over time, as you've seen? Just getting bigger and grown and...
Yeah, it's definitely, growing up here, it was not like, like there was lots of things to do, but it's definitely, you can see, especially with KIVI, we're getting a lot of new like opportunities and new things, and there's a lot of different things in the works.
Amazing. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you
Thanks
too.
for having us. Thanks for showing us, I don't know, the beauty that Sudbury has.
Yeah.
We'll, maybe we'll go for a little kayak, shall we? Because this wraps up day number 3. We only got one more left. So we've done Thunder Bay, we've done the Sioux, we've done Sudbury. We're going a little farther north tomorrow to Timmins to wrap up. Rollin With Bolen takes on the north on Morning Live. Let's go for a cruise.